Hello and welcome to another fly tying session with your host Scott. As it's May, we're going to be tying a Mayfly Nymph. Obviously the mayflies hatch out in May, but it's useful to have a pattern in each part of its life cycle. Now once I've finished this video, I will have completed the whole life cycle with these patterns. I've done a spent mayfly in the form of a spider, mayfly spider. I've done the full done, the imago as it's called, with the foam mayfly. I've done an emerger where it's just hatching out into the full blown imago. That was posted before this one, and this one's going to be the larval stage, the nymph. So to tie it, we're going to need a thread in light Cahill. This one's in 8/0. Same ingredients as the emerger really. We're going to use a pheasant tail cock feather. We just need a few fibres from that, and then we're going to be using some hare's ear dubbing. Now again, I did mention this in the emerger pattern, you can change the colour of this. I'm trying to go for a natural imitation here, but if you wanted to attract the fish to the pattern, or create a hot spot as it were, or a hit point, use hot orange or chartreuse along those. You could even use pink if you really wanted to, or some fritz. It's completely up to the operator here. That's the beauty of fly tying, you get to do your own things sometimes. You can do these on a size 8 all the way down to a 14, I would have thought. Anything smaller than that and it's not really a mayfly anymore. So we're going to come in at the head and bed the hook. To do the body, you could use a dubbing of the same sort of colour, like a creamy yellowish colour. I've had a look at some pictures of the actual nymph and you'd probably get away with something much darker. But the traditional Mayfly nymph, if you was to buy them, would look like this that I'm about to tie. So then we're going to get some pheasant tail fibres for the tail. We're also going to use them for the rib. We're going to need 3 to mimic the natural. Now on the nymph stage they're actually quite short. I wouldn't do them no longer than the length of the body. I tie them in, probably I've gone as far as between the point and the barb with the thread, and come round underneath just to lift them and spread them, and then lock them in. And you want to cut this the length of the body, leaving some room for your thorax. Then we're going to get another fibre. We're going to use this for the rib. There's a few ways you can rib this. I like to do it this way. It doesn't last very long. You catch a couple of fish, it will break. But it does look really nice. You could use a brown wire, a bit of peacock herl, a quill peacock herl. You could even colour in the thread brown with a marker pen if you wanted to. It's completely up to you. Then we're going to tidy up and we're going to start creating our body now. Probably going to need a few passes with the thread just to cover up the pheasant tail. So I've got a bit of dubbing stuck on the thread there from a previous tie. You can also add weight to this pattern if you want to. I'll probably use a bead though, if I was going to do it. So that's a couple of full passes, and then you want to start tapering it. Stop about there. And then stop about there. And then stop there. That should create a nice taper. And then wind your rib. Which is easier said than done, I'm afraid. Might have to use your free hand just to anchor it. And then tie it in. Now you could tie this pattern on one of those bent hooks that I did the emerger on if you wanted to. It would look great. I was going to do that, but I thought we'd do it on one of these. Then you're going to tie in your thorax cover. It's the same as the emerger pattern again. You need between 6 and 10 strands of pheasant tail. Unbroken ones. I've just found a load of broken ones, I'm afraid. Pull them 90 degrees to the quill and then trim. I don't like pulling them off. So these are going to form your legs as well. Now if you can, try and keep them either side of the hook. It'll make it a lot easier for you when you decide to turn them back on themselves to create the legs. Stop about a head length away and then come back up. And then get some hairs here dubbing. You could use grey squirrel, rabbit, anything you want really. Just something that looks, you know, fairly natural. Obviously, as I'm filming this, it is May. The mayflies are coming off, especially on the river over the road. Spotted a few last night, actually, just after the thunderstorms that we'd had. And yeah, they was out in force. And I'm sure the fish would have been feasting on them if I was brave enough to go over the road with the rod. I'd have probably done quite well, but 8.5 foot of carbon fibre and a thunderstorm don't really mix. So then we're going to ease these legs back. And then drop in a turn or two just to lock them in. Like so, and then bring the thorax cover over. and tie it in well. Trim close, come to the eye and finish off the head. And come in and whip finish. Trim close with your best scissors. You can come in with the brush here if you want to. Leave some of those legs out. Spread the tail. Obviously as soon as it hits the water it's not going to look like that, but you know, I've got a rogue bit of hairs here I'm not happy with, that's got to go. I'll do. There we go. And then you want to come in with your varnish and finish it off. And there we have it. That is the Mayfly Nymph. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.